The park-like ponderosa pine forests of the Cascade Mountains are one place to find pygmy nuthatches. That's the habitat where I photographed this bird near Sisters, Oregon. Is this bird still just a picture in your field guide? If so, in this video I'll describe the unique habitats and behaviors of this species. Then I'll show you my photos while I describe exactly where, when, and how you can find pygmy nuthatches in the West. My favorite places to find these birds are at both Indian Ford and Cold Springs campgrounds in the central Oregon Cascades. These campgrounds are in old-growth ponderosa forests. They have a bit of water with snowmelt seasonal creeks lined with aspen trees. Pygmy nuthatches are miniature birds that jerk actively along the upper branches of these giant trees like tiny, wind-up toys. Pygmy nuthatches are usually found in active, noisy flocks. That makes them easier to find. Flocks of from 5 to 50 nuthatches play follow the leader as they fly from tree to tree. Have you had any interesting experiences with these birds? Or are you still waiting for your first sighting? Let me know. All nuthatches are stout with short tails and appear to lack a neck. Pygmy nuthatches are especially tiny. They are the length of Anna's hummingbirds, smaller even than ruby-crowned kinglets. There is no difference in plumage between males and females. They don't change plumage in summer and winter either. They have a dark crown, which reaches the eye, unlike other nuthatches in the West. Pygmy nuthatches live year-round in pine forests of the West, from southern Canada through Mexico. Ponderosa and Jeffrey pines are their favorite, but a few can also be found higher in the lodgepole pine forests. For a helpful and brief tutorial on using eBird to find your target birds, click on the card above. One surprising place to find pygmy nuthatches is in the Monterey Pines near San Francisco, along the coast in the Presidio. Pygmy nuthatches excavate their own nests or use older woodpecker holes, often in aspens within the pine forest. They do make their way to the ground and sometimes visit seed feeders. They eat pine seeds and insects. Pygmy nuthatches often forage with flocks of mountain chickadees, kinglets, Cassin's finches, crossbills, and other small birds. Pygmy nuthatches are usually noisy. They give an incessant piping, kit kit, sometimes becoming a chatter. Now you know where, when, and how to find pygmy nuthatches. Have you watched my video on finding Canada jays in the West? Click on this video.